السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أعزائي المشاهدين. لنطلع أكثر على قضايانا وعلى كل ما يدور حولنا. الآن بندخل على السيتي أوف هامترامك، بنتعرف على القاضية كروت التي هي مرشحة الآن قاضية، وهي مرشحة للفترة القادمة. لنطلع أكثر ونكون بالقرب عن ما يجري حولنا في المدينة. الآن إن شاء الله بيكون في معنا لقاء مختصر معها. Please introduce yourself to the community.
I'm Alexis Crott. I'm your judge here in Hamtramck. I have been the judge for 2 years. I'm a lawyer. My family and I live in Hamtramck, and we've lived here for a very long time. We are active in the community. Like I said, I've been the judge for 2 years, and in that time I have instituted a night court program, online services including amnesty and ticket negotiation and payment plans. We've increased the length of the amnesty program, and we've also started a community docket where on the first Monday of the month we always have a Bengali interpreter and an Arabic interpreter, and those are certified interpreters. The greatest volume of cases that we have in the 31st District Court are related to two areas. The first is traffic, and the second is code enforcement. So traffic is speeding, stop signs, failure to yield, and also misdemeanors like driving without a license and no insurance. That's a civil infraction. But that is the largest quantity of things that we see. The second area where we see a lot of cases is code enforcement, and that is things like your grass is more than 5 inches. There's weeds coming in the alley. The garbage wasn't picked up and you didn't call about it. And I think that all of these problems, they have a similar source, and I think that people need to know the law, know the rules. If you don't know the law, you don't know the rules, you can't follow them. So if you know the speed limit is 25, don't drive 40. But if you don't know what the speed limit is, you have to find out. And I think one of the big things that is very confusing to people is the code enforcement issues, and that is something that I think that the city and I as the judge am very open to educating people about what is required of them regarding property maintenance. So first of all, part of my job is making sure that each defendant or each court user feels that they were heard, that I heard everything that they have to say. Now that's true, but it's also true that there might be 50 or 100 other people waiting to have their case heard too. So sometimes it just depends on the volume of people in the courtroom. So if people aren't getting their entire story out, I'm sorry about that, and that is something I will try better to give people more time on. The translation issue, the Michigan Supreme Court requires a certified translator that is certified by the Michigan Supreme Court. That is why we typically cannot permit your brother or your neighbor or someone to translate for you. And I want to be clear, don't bring your kids to court to translate for you. They need to be in school all day, every day. Not appropriate to bring them to court on a school day. If it is a school day, if it's not a school day, bring them in. I think it's a great learning experience for kids to see how court works. We do have, most of our forms are translated by the state court administrative office. It's my understanding, Councilman Almasmari has brought this to my attention, that there are some issues with the forms, and we are working on that. No one in our court speaks or reads Arabic. So it's very important if there's an error on the form that you let us know that, because we just don't know, and it's important to us that you understand what the forms say, what your rights are, and that is very basic to the court's operations, that you understand your rights and you can fill out the forms completely.
Okay. Finally, what do you like to say to the community?
First of all, thank you for this opportunity. And I hope you love Hamtramck as much as I do. I've been your judge here for 2 years. I hope to stay your judge for a long time. I am up for election this year on November 6th. The district court judge position is on the back of the ballot, so please make sure you flip it over It's very important. There's a lot of important topics on the back, including me. So I'm about halfway down in the first column on the back of the ballot. It's on November 6th. And I just want to be clear that I do think that there is some, not everyone understands court processes. The only people that really understand all the court processes are lawyers. So I know you're not a lawyer when you come into court, and let's work on that. And I think that Councilman Al-Masmari, Habeb Aljawfi, and any other community leader is willing to work with me to educate the community on court processes. And I look forward to doing that. I look forward to continuing the tradition of fair and impartial treatment here at the 31st District Court. I think there are some things we can improve on, and we're working on that every day. So please let me know if you have concerns, if your translator isn't doing a good enough job for you, if you don't understand the forms. It's my job to make sure that you understand your rights, and if you don't understand them, tell me. We'll take a break. We'll take as much time as we need to make sure you have a handle on everything. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.